Believe it or not, it is already that time of year where we look back to acknowledge the best games that 2025 had to offer. We've got plenty of lists going over some amazing games from shooters to adventure games, but today we're kicking it off with the best RPGs of 2025, be it CRPG, Western RPG, JRPG, or JRPG. With dozens of great choices on offer this year, we've narrowed down the 10 best RPGs to play from 2025. Listed in alphabetical order. Kicking off a pretty major year for beloved RPG maker Obsidian, February 2025's Avowed brought the Pillars of Eternity series the team has been fostering over the years to a whole new dimension, aiming to deliver a more engrossing first/third-person experience. Avowed is really all about the choices. Fans of Fallout New Vegas or The Outer Worlds know just how much Obsidian prides itself on making you feel like your decisions matter, and your journey through the living lands will largely be defined by the paths you choose to walk down. The debut game released from independent team Sandfall Interactive has become one of the most talked about and celebrated games of 2025 well before awards season has hit. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a game that you're likely very familiar with if you live and breathe RPGs, but many lapsed fans who fell in love with turn-based JRPGs during the golden age of SquareSoft and Enix found a lot to love in this game inspired by the PS1 glory days of Final Fantasy. Dripping with creativity from its art to its music, all inspired by French culture, plus an injection of parrying in its turn-based combat system, has made Clair Obscur Expedition 33 really connect. It's become clear the genre has found a brand new gateway title to make everyday gamers fans of RPGs going forward. After a lifetime of living in the shadow of Pokemon, 2025 saw a bit of a breakout hit for the Digimon franchise with Digimon's story, Time Stranger. Taking the iconic monsters of the digital world further into the direction of a modern RPG staple like the Shin Megami Tensei or Persona series, the latest entry in the Digimon story saga took the series to new heights. As is often the case with the recent Digimon story titles, the adventure players embark on is more mature than monster taming fans have come to expect from the subgenre. Paired with an endless amount of Digimon to recruit to really customize your team and how you tackle this story, Time Stranger has resonated with fans of the genre to become something more than just counter-programming. Despite following up 2024's Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D remake continues the story of Erdrick further into the timeline, because 3 is actually a prequel. The first two landmark releases in the Dragon Quest saga are effectively reborn in the now staple Square Enix HD 2D art style. This time around, the games contain new storylines, quality of life improvements, and they stand as wonderful introduction points for newcomers. For the games that really forged the rules and structure of JRPGs as we know them today, this package is one that will keep players engaged and adventuring for dozens of hours across generations. While extremely different from the largely single-player experience that is Elden Ring Night Rain still delivers a top-notch, crunchy RPG experience in bite-sized chunks. Players must endure a From Software-flavored roguelike experience, either solo or with two other friends, to take down bosses from throughout From Software's catalog, level up, then try to survive and complete a successful run. While some doubted just how successful this Elden Ring by way of Fortnite title would end up being, Night Rain has resonated with players, providing hours and hours of enjoyment, and the game is about to get even bigger thanks to a brand new DLC featuring a familiar face for fans of Dark Souls. 2025's fan-favorite addition to the ever-growing roster of Soulslikes is Nexon and Neopol's The First Berserker Kazan. The Souls inspiration is clear, and picking it up is fairly smooth for both veterans and newcomers to the genre. Kazan remains one of the most solid offerings for action RPG fans in 2025. Plus, it features yet another starring role for the RPG golden boy, Ben Starr. Following up 2018's Kingdom Come Deliverance, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 once again prides itself on creating an accurate depiction of life during the Middle Ages, without any of those nonsensical dragons and dungeons games love relying on so much for this era. Released in February of 2025, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has maintained its shine as one of the finest RPG offerings throughout the whole year, with its involved mechanics and deliberate gameplay systems claiming it a coveted Game of the Year nomination at the Game Awards 2025. That's right, a second Obsidian RPG released in 2025 may very well make the studio the MVP of the genre this year. The Outer Worlds 2 follows 2019's The Outer Worlds, a smaller-scale spacefaring RPG overflowing with character, cut from the same cloth as Obsidian's masterclass RPG, Fallout New Vegas. The Outer Worlds 2 looks to build on this legacy, injecting even more character-building role-playing quirks into an already respected and award-winning system. Much more humorous than Avowed, The Outer Worlds 2 offers an enjoyable adventure full of choices that will have you laughing and wanting to roll a new character once credits hit. Delivering on a dream fans of Pokemon have held since watching Ash run around a battlefield with Pikachu in the anime, Pokemon Legends ZA sees Nintendo and the Pokemon Company finally embrace real-time combat for a big Pokemon RPG. Leaving behind the slower introductory turn-based mechanics the series built its empire on, Pokemon Legends ZA picks up player positioning and cooldowns as their new combat bread and butter, and it really does change the game. Between finally introducing a real-time battle system and the long-awaited return of Mega Evolution, Pokemon Legends ZA is a bit of a crowd pleaser for longtime fans, even if it does take place in just one city. Coming in as one of the highest-rated games of 2025, RPG or otherwise, Trails in the Sky First Chapter is a ground-up remake of the first game in the long-running Legend of Heroes franchise. Taking what was a PSP game to much grander heights than ever before, First Chapter blends turn-based and real-time action for an engaging combat system that strings players along an unraveling plot full of mystery and adventure. The best part? Completing the game teases a remake of its direct follow-up, so new players have both a great starting place for their journey with this fan-favorite RPG saga in 2025, and something to look forward to in the future. And those are just some of the best new RPGs you can get your hands on this year. How many of these did you end up checking out this year? Be sure to let us know what your favorite 2025 RPGs are, and for more on the best games of 2025, be sure to stay tuned to here and GameRant.com.